All right. Our QQQ 0-day expiration alerts are live. And here we go. This is how they work. At the end of each week, you'll get a summary of the alerts. We'll have the total alerts, the winners versus the number of losers we had, the average price, and the average gain. Average gain is basically a summary between the losers and our winners. Our winners are based on the max potential gain. So as you can see here, the best one was 322%. Our worst one was 48% if you held to the close. If you are following the rules, you should be stopped out way before that. So you shouldn't lose that much. These are options, so trade at your own risk. Obviously, alerts, these are just for entertainment and educational purposes. You must do your own research, but this is how our alerts are provided. All right, you'll get contract description, strike price, call or put, as you can see by the C, and the strike and the price of that contract. As you can see here, we have also the expected move. The expected move on this day for the 515 calls were 524.85, and to the downside 506.01. Back then we had an issue. This was actually calculating the week's move, but we have fixed that since then, and now we will give you an accurate prediction for the day's expected move. For example, as you can see here, these 515 calls, we were expecting a move to 524.85 and a low side move to 506. So that was incorrect. We had got a high of 522.53 and a low of 514.24. So the move was a bit incorrect. But you can see here, we also get a summary of each day on how each alert performed. Each alert, usually we get an alert at 8:35, 8:42, and then alerts throughout the day all the way up to the second hour. We usually don't go past the second hour because the system pretty much determines that they're not going to be that good. But as you can see here, 266, 199, and 120. As you can see, as we go further out through the day, because the momentum and the move has already outperformed the day, they just get worse and worse throughout the day. So we try to limit to the best performing time frames. So let's keep going. Let's take a look at some further examples here. All right, here, taking a look at these 517 calls at 192, you can see we had a stop of 514.21. These came out at 842 and a target of 521.96. So if we go and look at our summary, you'll see that this stop, once we have more data, it adjusted. And our stop got adjusted to 514.21 instead of the 512.72 that we had on our first alert at 8:35. And as you can see on our summary, our stop or our low for the day turned out to be just 514.24. So it adjusted accurately, and it was actually pretty good. Solid move right there. But again, each position is calculated individually, so it should be traded and followed exactly. As you can see, our high was 522.53. Our expected move was 524.85, low of 506.01. But again, those expected moves were a little bit incorrect back then. We have since fixed that. But as you can see, our high and our low compared to our target and stop was pretty much on the money. So we didn't have to fix those targets. We just had to fix our expected move for the day. So this actually worked out pretty well. And as you can see, we had 266 all the way down to 120% returns on these. So it worked out really well. All right. So as we move on, day after day, alerts after alerts, weeks after weeks, you'll get your weekly reports. 13 winners, 1 loser. Average gain, we're looking at 106 for this week. And then we get the monthly report. For the month of May, we had an average gain of 115.93. Average close, if you held to close, means you would have ended up losing about 14% for the month, taking all 34 trades with the 30 winners and the 3 losers, meaning if you held to the close, you would have ended up losing for the month. But as you can see, the best one for the month was 322%. Worst, again, is always going to be 99, 100% if you hold to the close. It's just, there's nothing we can do about that one. All right. And then as we move further down the line, these are real gains, guys, real trades. You'll take them. Follow the instructions, and this is what it looks like. And if we look at yesterday or this week's summary, yesterday we had 2 alerts. These came in after the first hour, so 9:39. Again, I'm on Central Time, so Our first two alerts came in a little bit later because the system determined that it was going to be a choppy morning. It wasn't good. The first ones weren't going to be that great. And the first one came in at 939 for 125%. The second one came in at 953 for 148%. And again, we're not always going to get them all perfectly. The two losers that you see here actually came in on Thursday on the second hour. On the second hour, the system said, hey, let's buy some more calls at 134, 135. And they actually didn't lose. They actually did gain a little bit. But because they didn't make a new high, you can see here they did 97% to the downside. So it shows that they actually lost. But our week summary is actually still pretty good. 125 and 148 yesterday. And we finished out the week pretty strong with a solid gain of, let's see, with 11 alerts, 9 winners, 2 losers. Average gain of 59% if you held